What's up, everybody? It's Tyler from Wine Riot. This week on the Wine of the Weekend, we're doing Beaujolais Nouveau. So I'm on the road this week. I'm in sunny, beautiful Napa, California, talking to a bunch of wineries so we get some new faces and some new wines at Wine Riot in 2016. Just wait, we're gonna have some really great stuff for you guys. But this week we're talking about Beaujolais Nouveau. So a couple weeks ago, we did a whole series on Beaujolais. And so Beaujolais and Beaujolais Nouveau are not the same thing, and you really shouldn't get them confused. Although they sound ridiculously similar. And they sound similar because they both come from the same region. So Beaujolais is a region in France where they make Gamay. And these wines are made how they make all of the rest of the wines in France. But once a year, and it's the third Thursday in November, they come out with a special wine called Beaujolais Nouveau. So Beaujolais Nouveau is a fresh wine that's only 6 weeks old. That's right, the label on the bottle will have the date 2015. So those grapes were harvested maybe 6 or 7 weeks ago. So how you make normal wine is you get grapes, crush them into juice, add yeast. The yeast eats the natural sugars in the grapes and produces alcohol and carbon dioxide. Typically you age it for 3, 6, 24 months, depending on the kind of wine that you're making. Beaujolais Nouveau is different. They add the yeast eats the sugar, produces the alcohol, they bottle it, and then they drink it immediately. So it's really light, it's fruity, it's fresh, it's meant to celebrate the harvest. Beaujolais Nouveau is basically this idea where, you worked really hard all summer, all fall, you harvested everything, you harvested your grapes, harvested all your vegetables, kind of got everything wrapped up, and now it's time for a drink. And so what you want to drink is something that you harvested this year, hence Beaujolais Nouveau. This concept is not limited to the region in Beaujolais in France. Almost every wine region does something like this, and they always have, but traditionally it never really left the region. So they'd make it in one part, they'd drink it in that part, and that was it. And that was the case up until about World War I. In World War I, the folks in Beaujolais were basically like, let's bring this to the rest of France. And there was this race every year to bring the first bottle of Beaujolais Nouveau to Paris. And they would get to Paris and shout, "The Beaujolais Nouveau has arrived!" But obviously they'd say it in French. And originally it was in December, and then they relaxed the laws, and somewhere after World War II in the 1940s, early 50s, they came up with the third Thursday in November, which is what it is today. So on this day in France, they would have bottles of Beaujolais, they all show up, people have cheese, they have charcuterie, they roast chestnuts, and they celebrate the fall. A couple of larger producers were like, you know what, why don't we bring this globally? And so you'll start seeing these bottles showing up in your wine shop, and today is the first day that they can even display them. They're everywhere. The wine shops are swimming in this stuff. They're not terribly expensive. You can usually find them for like 12 to like 20 bucks. And the idea is you buy it now, you drink it now. Do not save these wines. These wines are meant to be drank basically between now and the end of the year. So it's really great with Thanksgiving food, kind of goes with all those flavors, and really great over the holidays. It's a celebration of the fall, and you can't go wrong. We actually can't show you the labels yet. They don't release anything until the day of. It's kind of this like magical, mysterious thing, which is really kind of fun for you guys, the consumers, but a little bit difficult for us if we want to film anything ahead of time, which is, a bit of a challenge. So remember, Beaujolais is not Beaujolais Nouveau. But Beaujolais Nouveau can be really fun, and it's a really cool little wine holiday where you basically just get to eat and drink. And what's wrong with that? So celebrate the harvest, grab a bottle of Beaujolais Nouveau, grab some friends together. Cheers.